Welcome to the Service, Business and Strategy Podcast, a podcast where we explore the service sector-based startups and business challenges, strategies, tips, tricks and advices to help you grow your startup and business sustainably and substantially. Welcome to the fourth episode on Nex Gen Marketing Plan. I am Rona Rote, a business strategy consultant, a keynote speaker, an entrepreneur, and your host. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Nex Gen Marketing Plans, which you can have right before you launch your product or service, or even if you have already launched it, then how can you right away take measures to improve it? The marketing plans are one of the most important documents for any startup or business today. 10 years back, marketing plan was more like an option and more like a to-do list for a marketing department to be followed to drive their marketing and sales activity. But now it is more of a roadmap to any product or service venture's success. Previously, a marketing plan document was an exhaustive document of 15 to 20 pages. Sometimes even it used to reach up to 50 pages. And today it can be one page document, or it could be one page document as well. So what really progressed from like 15 to 20 pages to just one page marketing plan document? So today it is more focused document rather than just filling up pages with unnecessary details or cover the areas which never actually were worked upon. Though it always looked fancy, but they were not that effective. In this episode, I'm going to share with you all the Nex Gen Marketing Plan and how can you have one for your startup or business. The Nex Gen Marketing Plans focuses on 6 core areas, though you can add more areas if you have knowledge about it. But these are the 6 core areas and which I'm going to share with you, and they are pretty much enough for any service sector based business. So let us understand which are these 6 core areas. The number 1 is customer, number 2 is product, number 3 is price, number 4 is promotion, number 5 is place, and the 6th one, which is a big time change in a marketing plan, that is online marketing. The first area, that is the customer. So customer means you're understanding your target market, your target customers or your potential customers. In previous episode, I had discussed about how to identify the target customers or the potential customers. And if you have not heard to that episode, I recommend you to go and listen to that as well. So in a marketing plan, you actually have to write a description about your customer target market, which is an important description of any marketing plan. The target market description is nothing but the group of customers that you want to market your products or services to. And so to identify your customer market, you can use customer segmentation. So customer segmentation helps you to identify your customers in a different segments, and it becomes more easy for you to understand as well who your customers really are. So the first one could be the geographic segmentation. So geographic segmentation is a segmentation based on the geographic parameters like country, city, village, urban, rural, climate and weather, and you can also add population density as well. It does matter as each geographic region has a different culture, infrastructure, climate and weather. And these are the factors which could be leveraged to market or position your product or service. The second customer segmentation is demographic or socio-economic segmentation, which is nothing but the age of your target customer, the gender, income, occupation, education, household size, or you can also add the stage in the family cycle. The third segment is attitudes. Attitudes of people towards your industry or similar products or services which are already there in the market will matter to you as well. In some region, the attitude towards your similar product and services could be that they don't work or they are the most important. It could be any one of them. Attitudes help us to also know the buying process of your target market. Let's say, for example, the attitude towards mobile phone has changed now. Mobile phones a decade back were a luxury and were not necessary. The attitude towards mobile phones were that they were to be bought only by rich people or a certain net worth and above people. But today it is looked as a necessity. The buying process a decade back was different and today it is different. Today, the buyers are looking out for a mobile phone which is feature loaded at a budget price, and the good thing is there are mobile phones which are available in the market right now. Based on the attitudes, you then plan out your target marketing activities. The fourth is the emotional attachment. This could be understood simply as what emotional equation your target customers have with your product or service. For example, cafes. Cafes, for an example, are more of a place for people to sit for a long time and spend time with their friends or colleagues, or maybe work as well. The emotional attachment with cafes is a lot different than with the restaurants. Restaurant is a place to enjoy food, versus cafe is a place where you don't mind getting an average food and a drink, but definitely a good ambience to relax with your people matter. This was the first core area, that is the customer. And now let's move on to the next core area, that is the product. In product area, you need to have these headings very crisp and clear, as a lot of your marketing content and creatives get developed based on what you describe under these headings. The first heading under product is the product characteristics. Which are the characteristics by which products and services are identified and differentiated from the competition in the market? Usually features, shapes, colors, functions, and uses of the product help us identify and differentiate in the marketplace. You can easily identify an iPhone by looking at the front side of it or by the user interface as well. The second heading under the product is the customer benefit. What are the benefits of these characteristics of your products or services which are helping you to position your product in the market? So here the focus is on helping your customers understand how your product could benefit them and in what all ways, rather than just physical features. The next heading is price. A product is worth as much as people are willing to pay for it. Finding a right price requires a real work there. Your target market should be prepared to pay for your products and services for the characteristics and features you are offering. The next heading is the USP, the unique selling proposition. It defines your company's unique selling proposition in the marketplace. It is an important element for building a startup or a company which customers love. A unique selling proposition further helps to stand apart from the competition, helping you to keep out of the rat race in the market, and further helping you focus your entire energy on developing and delivering the best to the customers. The next area is price. Price of your product or service will either make your business or break your business. In marketing plan, you really need to give a good thought on how should you price your product or service. There are definitely some standard pricing strategies which you can explore for your products and services. Some of these strategies are for particular industries, so you can also check out those pricing strategies for your relevant industry. Pricing is one factor which many businesses struggle with. How much to price at? That's the big time question which everyone is having today. Should it be premium? If premium, then will people buy? Should it be at a minimum price? Then will I be able to cover up all the expenses and cost? There are several other questions which need to be thought carefully. But if you have done the first two areas well, then you shall not face challenge doing that. Also, you can also plan for discounts and offers to help people buy and get a hands-on experience and then buy more. Your pricing strategy can be a combination of multiple strategies, which is totally fine and okay. The whole objective of having a pricing strategy is to maximize profit in the short and long run, attain and maintain a target rate of return on investment, and attain and maintain a maximum market share. And this is the sweet spot for which everyone is competing today. But remember, your price is going to make or break your business. The next area after price is promotion. Promotion is another important key in any marketing plan. The objective of promotion is to create awareness about your product and service. It is to let your target market know that you exist in the market. And so to do this well, you must have a healthy promotional budget. And here is where things change for startups. The whole budget planning now plays a key role here. Imagine you have finished product ready and you are still developing and making it better and better, but you don't have a budget to run your promotional activities. What's the use then? Sometime a good approach is to use your budget to get your product 70 to 80% market ready and use the other part of the budget to promote your product and get interest registered. You can always be honest with the interested parties that the product is 70 to 80% ready and it will be delivered to you in 100% within this deadline if you purchase it. And if really your product is ready to add value to your customers, then they are ready for it. But to show that it can really add value to your customers, you need to promote and get interests registered. Well, you can also explore the promotional strategies based on the industry you are in. The next area after promotion is the place. The place is nothing but how you intend to develop and distribute your products and services to the end users or customers. Your product and distribution will obviously depend on what kind of products or services are you really into. Now, many startups have a fantasy to have a fancy office space which attracts a lot of cost to the business. But unless you really have deep pockets and the fancy office culture needs to be built, till then it is always advisable to invest as low as possible for your workspace. The best option, which today many good-sized companies also prefer, is co-working spaces. Co-working spaces today have a very good culture and environment which comes at a very less cost and the great features which big size company also usually have. So it is advisable that you go and check out these places and see if it can fit your requirements. The next and the last important area which needs to be explored in marketing plan is your online marketing strategy. Though promotions cover that part of it, the reason to have this as a different area is because online marketing is itself a different domain now and one of the key domains which make a bigger difference to today's business. A very simple question needs to be answered for online marketing area is how will my startup or business generate the whatever amount of $1 million of annual revenue online. So let's say you have you want to have a goal of generating like let's say $10 million of dollars. So you can always ask a question: how will my startup or business generate $10 million of annual revenue online? What is that we can do to let internet drive sales for us and help us generate the part of the revenue? Many businesses today are having as good as 80% of their revenue generated online. An online marketing strategy plays an absolute bigger role today. So have a good online marketing strategy. The best I would recommend is to connect with online marketers who have been helping businesses to generate revenue. So this was the last area of the Nex Gen Marketing Plan. Hope you found it useful. And I would recommend you to listen to this podcast again and note down the areas which you can work for your business marketing plan. I assure you that it would definitely be helpful to plan out your marketing activities. This was it in this episode and time to wrap up this episode. Stay tuned as I'm coming up with the winning strategies for your business and startup from the next episodes. Till then, stay connected with me on social media platforms with the handle name Rohan Arote or by sending an email connect@rohnarote.com. That is connect@rohanarote.com or visit my website www.rohanarote.com. Thank you for listening to this episode and we shall connect in the next episode. Thank you.